Good afternoon and welcome to the Grant Harvey Center. And for those who are watching us in British Columbia, good morning to all of you. Here on 5TV1, it is the U17 championship game here at the 2018 National Junior Ball Hockey Championships in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Roger Surratt calling the play-by-play. Should be a great game here between the Newfoundland Selects and the BC Thunder. To my left, I got the president of the CBHA, which is Stephen Power. And Stephen, we should have ourselves a great game here. Two powerhouse teams on the floor.
Two powerhouse teams indeed. The Newfoundland and Labrador squad, I got to be honest, everybody's probably a little surprised to see them in this championship game, but British Columbia, perennial powerhouse in national ball hockey, and you can see why right there.
9 seconds in. That is Alex Lucchese. 1-0 BC.
Team BC, a little breakdown right away. You got a 2-on-1 situation. Goaltender with no chance. Lucchese, as you say, showed some sweet hands on that one and tucked it into a yawning cage. Can't ask for a better start for BC. And for Newfoundland, they've been riding high after a big shootout win yesterday, but you got to think their confidence, surprisingly enough, may be teetering a little. So this is a really important shift for Newfoundland and Labrador right here.
Got caught just a bit by surprise. The energy that BC brings in right from the get-go, and Newfoundland will send the ball in deep to the BC zone. And that's Riddle. Around the boards, that's Fraser Luck. Ball down low, chance here, shot, and that's a shoulder save by Quinn Fleming.
This is exactly the kind of bounce-back shift you're looking for if you're the boys in blue. Tough to give up that early goal, but this gets momentum back on their side, and they got a chance to settle down now, and this is going to be a great gold medal game.
It should be. Everybody was talking about, this Newfoundland team coming in. On the under-17s, on the under-17 side, nobody was expecting them coming into the gold medal game, but they played very well. A very balanced team from the first line to the fourth line, and also on defense, and they got themselves some great goaltending with the duo of Nathan Grouchy and Ryan Barnett.
Yeah, two of the boys from the Big Land up in Labrador. Labrador well represented on this squad. A number of players from the Big Land here, and this is a true provincial team from the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. But listen, make no mistake, the boys from British Columbia, they are always the big dog at this event.
Newfoundland selects. They send it in deep. Regan Seymour. Ball is stripped away and sent out, where icing is called against Team BC.
Something to look for later in this game, and it's markedly hotter in here today than it's been all week, and I'm sure you can attest to that being here for every game.
Yep.
You're the Iron Man of ball hockey for sure.
I wouldn't say that. You've been everywhere. You've even called a couple of games. You've been the jack of all trades here all week long.
One advantage to look for as this game progresses, especially if it's close later on, I would give an advantage to the Newfoundland Labrador squad just on the numbers on their bench and how they use the bench. The Newfoundland teams here follow the CBHA high development, high performance model of rolling four lines as much as they can. And it's proven dividends for them this year. To have three teams in 4 championship games for such a small province, that's quite an accomplishment.
And you can see that certainly being an advantage, being a big bench, coming in here and rolling those lines. They haven't been tired going into the later stages of the second half. And here comes BC trying to press that one up. That was Hodgkinson. Down low, Hodgkinson takes a whack at it. The NL Selects will send the ball out of their own zone. And is it far enough? Yes, it is. Icing is called.
That's a good call by the official there.
Nicholas Donovan couldn't get to the ball on time.
Got a comment on the officiating. I am a little biased being the president, but the officiating here has been top-notch. You'll always get your regular oh, this was a bad call, sort of thing. But overall, kudos to the officiating crew. Ian Hollett and Darsh Graywall are our national refereeing chiefs. They're both here on hand at this event. And the referees get feedback every game from an RIC. So the referees and these two gentlemen out here today, they've graduated to the gold medal game as well. So it's an accomplishment for those guys too.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work, a lot of effort from the officiating as well. You got to give credit to them. Kudos to them. They're doing some extensive work on the floor all tournament long. And also doing the games during the leagues in different provinces across the country.
And we have referees here from Newfoundland, New Brunswick, Ontario, Manitoba, Alberta, and British Columbia. So it's referees from all across the country, as well as teams from all across the country. This is our biggest event we've ever hosted in the CBHA and the Junior Nationals. 30 teams here this year. Really excited about the addition of the female division. You saw a great game earlier on. Ontario defeating Newfoundland. That was fantastic.
And that was one thing I wanted to talk to you about. You guys brought in the U19 girls division in here at the national stage. Big feather in your hat to bring that in, and also showing their prowess on the floor all week long. It's certainly going to build the sport of ball hockey on the female side.
Absolutely. It was great to see provinces represented. And listen, when you start something off, it's only got one place to go, and that's up. So we expect this is going to catch fire. And just talking to some of the coaches and the team representatives and the young girls themselves, they had a ball. And you can tell on the floor, yes, there's competition. Everybody wants to win. But watching that Ontario and Newfoundland team get their picture taken after was something to see.
Quick shot, that's blocked. Newfoundland will bring the ball up. That's Ethan Moore. The ball comes in again into the Newfoundland Labrador zone. Lead pass. That's Nicholas Moore. Moore digs the ball out in the offensive zone. A shot that's tipped over to the corner. Prophet tied up briefly. Still trying to get the ball. Also coming in to help out is Arjun Raman. He'll bring it up to the near side. That is Ungarin, and he scores! 2-0 BC.
That's what you call a cheeky shot. It was a 2-on-1 situation. He, for 1 second before he shot the ball, he looked off as if he was going to pass. And that was enough to catch the goalie leaning the wrong way, and he just fired it short side. And that's a big, big goal for BC with 13:22 left to play here in the opening salvo.
So timeout call by Newfoundland.
That's probably
Labrador.
a good timeout.
It's a good timeout here. Both teams each have a timeout per half. So here it's really to calm things down, get our feet underneath us again, and making sure that we keep pressing again, even though we're trailing by 2.
Both of these coaches are high-level coaches. Trevor Budgell, Newfoundland and Labrador, has coached at ice hockey at a very high level, coached ball hockey before as well. And Dave Valoy, the head coach for the British Columbia team, he's our national defending world champion under 16 coach. So these guys know what it takes. And you can tell the BC boys, if you want to throw a rock at Newfoundland, maybe not as up as they should have been. BC were certainly fired up to play this game, and it shows with the start.
Yep. Absolutely.
Got an issue going down on the bench. I saw the Newfoundland coach wasn't happy. He kept the gate open. I believe he was trying to make a line change. Not quite sure what happened there.
Newfoundland sends the ball in deep into the BC zone. That's Riddle. Mahaffey on the far side. Ball poked down low. Seymour. Regan Seymour. Ball dug out. Mahaffey. He'll bring it up along the boards. Good tap pass to Hodgkinson. Ball stripped away on the lead pass. Shot save made by Grouchy. And Hodgkinson couldn't tap it while the ball was up. Hodgkinson can't get a shot. 3-on-2 break. We got a penalty coming up. And the call is for slashing. A little retaliatory penalty by Adam Mullen.
That's a tough one there for Newfoundland. They're coming away with the ball. They've got 100% to possession on transitioning from defense to offense, and you take a penalty there when you're down by 2. That's going to put your team in a hole here. I got to say, British Columbia can score on this one. It's going to be a real tough hill to climb for Newfoundland.
It's still a doable hill. We've seen comebacks of those types of sorts during this tournament. Whitaker.
BC not doing the traditional attack here. They're putting 2 defensemen back, bringing the ball up the floor, trying to find that opening. Good job going east-west there.
Westhaver. Whitaker at the blue line. Atkins. BC, Whitaker couldn't get a good shot. Had to go and get it on his weak side. Whitaker backs up. Quick give and go. Whitaker gets it back. Looks for the shot. That's blocked by Liam Best. Whitaker, Atkins, his shot is high. Bouncing ball in the slot. And Newfoundland will take a hack at it and get it out of their own zone. 3 minutes left in the double minor.
Newfoundland fortunate not to be shorthanded again there. Little known rule in ball hockey, you cannot take a golf swing at the ball. There is an actual penalty for that. That's a situation where the player could have just took a slap shot down the floor, but he took the golf swing. Referees didn't see it.
Whitaker. To Burry. Whitaker. Burry sets himself down low. Shot that was tipped in the slot. Opportunity here for BC, but Newfoundland will get it and send it out of their own zone.
Nathan Grushy starting to come and settle in now. He's made a couple of nice saves, so look for Nathan to settle down here. This is a really big penalty kill for Newfoundland and Labrador, though.
Flipping deep. Ball kept in. It's Slavin. Slavin gets the ball back, but bounces over the blade of his stick. Keeps it onside. In the slot, pass blocked, sent out. No, it's not. Slavin kept it in at the center line. His shot tipped and over the glass. And they say it was last touched by the Newfoundland player. That was Nick Sexton in front of the goal of Grouchy.
Nice play by Slavin there just to knock it down, and then he let an absolute bomb go at the net. Goaltender just at the last minute got a play on that one. That could have been 3-0 right there.
Off the draw. Slavin tees it up. And a save that goes in and out of the glove of Grouchy. Rebound. Newfoundland can't get it out of their own zone. And now it's an opportunity here, shorthanded.
Tristan Slavin with a nice defensive play there coming back, though. That could have been a shorthanded breakaway.
Mark Hillier just lost the ball in the offensive zone. A shot that's wide. Hillier. Rama at center line. Ball tipped. Newfoundland gets it out again. 58 seconds to go. And a double minor to Adam Mullen. Atkins. He'll bring it in. Bouncing ball. And sent out. Fleming. Westhaver will bring it up with 25 seconds to go in the BC power play. Leading 2-0. Westhaver cuts in. Ball kicked out. And now it's an opportunity here. That's Moore. Moore cuts to the middle, goes for the backhand shot, save Fleming, rebound, and Fleming brought the ball to his glove.
Whitaker and Moore having some words there. Moore took a little swipe at the goaltender. The defenseman letting him know he didn't like it. Maybe he's just asking him where the best place to get pizza is here in town. Probably thinks the Newfoundlander knows his way around Fredericton a little more than the boys from BC. Good penalty kill by Newfoundland and Labrador.
This is a way that they can get back into the game. Face off, quick shot. That's Profit. High pass. Luck. And Luck is sent into the boards by Kieran Burke. Penalty coming up to Newfoundland as Moulin's penalty was expired.
Pretty tough to come back into it from the penalty box, and you know something? I don't know if the referee's going to have an easier call to make than that one. That was clearly interference, body contact, charging.
Name it, it is. Second power play of the game here for BC, and they'll call a timeout.
I think Coach Malloy realizes here, you know something? They've got a chance to, they've got him by the throat, so to say. This is a chance to squeeze now. I mean, they had that opportunity early on. Not a whole lot happening. Gruchy looked pretty good. Newfoundland were starting to settle down, but now British Columbia, once again, if they can score another power play goal here, I really don't, it's going to be a tough hill to climb.
So we're going to take the opportunity here, Stephen, to talk about, you know, the Canadian Ball Hockey Association and the amount of time, the amount of hours that not only yourself but the committee in itself and all the volunteers that put into preparing an event like this. This is a top-notch event, different age categories. You got to give kudos to the people behind the scenes as well.
Well, every province has people that work really hard to get these kids here. And this is only one of 4 major events we run all year. This is our big show for the Meyer event. We run an event called the Western Challenge Cup. That's usually held out in Alberta or BC. That's bigger than this one, but it's not the best players. This is where the best players come. We have an adult event for club levels, not recreational, but club competitive teams. That was in Windsor last week, Windsor, Ontario. And next week for 8 days, we're going to be in Winnipeg, Manitoba for a National A Men's Championship. That's the big show. So it is a lot of work, to say the least.
Newfoundland will get the ball out of their own zone. Whitaker charges in. Whitaker. Jaden Atkins. Stands on the pass, gets it back in his own zone. Gets some time off the clock without Newfoundland doing anything. Atkins, he'll bring it up, cuts in to the offensive zone that opens it up to the center line. Westhaver, Whitaker, Atkins again. Westhaver, across the floor to Whitaker. Atkins. Quickly up. Whitaker shot. Gruchy with the save. And Newfoundland will get the ball out of their own zone.
Starting to feel like BC might be coming down a little off their high. I'm sure if they score one here, we'll see it again. But right now, I got to like Newfoundland Labrador's chances if they can kill this on off and get one this period. This is a brand new ball game.
Regan Seymour with the shot. Fleming stands tall.
And it's tough in ball hockey. BC came out really high, scoring that quick goal, got another one. You can't be high all the time. There are ebbs and flows in the game, and it's how these kids manage it. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. These are 15 and 16-year-old boys on the board. We see professional athletes go through lows, so these kids are going to, it's who can manage their emotions the best.
Absolutely. Ball picked off, and now up. It's Donovan. Donovan trying to go for the backhand shot on a bad angle. Ball is still loose.
Newfoundland looking dangerous shorthanded.
They've had 3 opportunities in the last 3 minutes.
3 seconds here, game.
Ball flipped in by Rahman. Deep into the Newfoundland zone.
Yep.
And
You hear the fans call it.
It's a call on a high stick.
So this could be a momentum switch here for sure. BC with 6 minutes straight in power play time. Let's call a spade a spade. Newfoundland probably had the better scoring chances there, so.
Absolutely. So the BC Thunder will be shorthanded for the first time as Trevor O'Reilly touched the ball with a high stick. That's a little bit of a different rule from ball hockey compared to hockey. If you touch a puck with a high stick, play is blown dead. They'll have a face-off, while here in ball hockey, touch a ball with a high stick, it's a 2-minute mark.
It's actually a different rule Canadian to internationally. In international game, it's the same as ice hockey. It's just a whistle.
The Newfoundland selects Moore. Nicholas Moore. Quick pass down low. It's Ethan Moore now on the near side. Nicholas Moore up top. Lets it go. Scores! Nicholas Moore with a howitzer inside the blue line. And Newfoundland Labrador is on the board.
You can almost see it coming. I mean, BC on such a high, having 6 minutes of power play time, and towards the last minute of that power play, Newfoundland started to take the play to them. It's almost a foregone conclusion. BC takes that sort of weak penalty call. Newfoundland scores. I mean, it's a game of ebbs and flows, and right now momentum is on the side of the boys in blue.
Most definitely. Newfoundland gets on the board on a Nicholas Moore power play tally. 5:47 left, 2-1. Face-off is in the neutral zone. Great crowd on hand. Good chase. Quick pass, Profit. Hogger. Profit. His shot saved by Grucci. And he'll keep it.
Newfoundland defenders need to get out on the points a little more. You're playing 5-on-5. They're way too low. You can't be leaving those guys open. Some of those BC kids got absolute bombs from the point. You don't want to let them tee it up.
Off the draw. Hogarth. Nick Donovan tying him up along the boards. Now here comes Newfoundland on the attack. That's Drover. Drover shot wide. Rebound over to the corner. Drover centering pass that's poked away. Ball comes out front. Drover. It's Beauregard. Ball rolls in deep into the Newfoundland zone. Drover. Ball flipped in with icing called against. And Newfoundland Labrador selects.
Great job there by the BC defenseman Profit. Newfoundland probably would have had this game tied right there, but Profit did a great job getting back and getting a stick on the Newfoundland player. Was Drover with a nice individual effort. So Profit should probably get a little tap on the head from the coach there. That was a nice play.
4:44 left in the first half. In the corner. Newfoundland will bring it up. It's Moore. The goal scorer for Newfoundland. Labrador. Hungary. It's Ethan Moore. On the shot. Save made. Rebound. That ball's loose. Moore. Cross pass. Shot. Scores! Tie game! Ethan Moore.
That's what happens when you play with your twin brother. That pass there is not made by most people on the floor. That was some pass. Ethan Moore made the Nicholas Moore there. I don't know if anybody else out there is going to see that, but if we had a replay on that, if you watch that later on, wow, that's some kind of vision there by that young man.
Talk about twin tuition.
Absolutely.
And Newfoundland bench is feeling it now. Tie game at 2. Mahaffey. Bouncing ball, Hodgkinson. Burry. He'll send it over to the corner.
And I believe the Lord said, let there be light. It just got a lot brighter here.
Over on the near side is Hodgkinson. Slavin trying to poke it. But an opportunity here, Moore. The Moore twins trying to connect again. Hodgkinson. Ethan Moore now behind the net. Hodgkinson holding him up. Moore cuts down low. Centering pass that's off a stick and it'll go behind the net. That was a stick of Slavin. Fleming lost his stick in the process. Burke. Moore, shot, save Fleming. And the official will blow the play dead. Now we got a little bit of chirping going on as between Nicholas Moore.
Tell you right now, Coach Dave Walloy and the BC Thunder, they need to find an answer for this Ethan Nick Moore line because, frankly, call a spade, they are dominating out here in the offensive zone against British Columbia. BC have used their timeout. They've had a couple of power plays. They need something to happen, whether it be a quick breakaway, nice defensive play. Something's got to get momentum back on the side here for the Thunder.
Seymour wins the draw. Duty. Around the boards. Whitaker pokes the ball in. Burt. Westhaver. Ball is flipped over to the corner. That's Hogarth. Ball off of Grucci over the glass. 2:53 left here in the first half.
That's the kind of shift the BC Thunder just needed. That's BC's first shift now in about probably 4 minutes they've had any sustained pressure whatsoever. That's something they needed desperately.
Off the draw. O'Reilly in the corner. Profit. Whitaker. Try to let one go on a quick wrist shot. Profit. Whitaker jumps up. Now Newfoundland in transition. Bringing that ball up as Andrews. His shot blocked. Whitaker takes a hack at it in midair. Shot. That goes wide. O'Reilly. He's tied up. Newfoundland still in control. It's Andrews. Andrews trying to go for the quick give and go with Mark Hillier. Lead pass comes out. Sexton. Best. Hillier. Hillier slows down. Shot high. Off the glass. Bounces in the slot. Sexton. Low shot. Save. Ball loose. And Fleming somehow keeps that one out.
Great save there by the British Columbia goaltender. Not sure how he stopped it, but he did indeed. That's some kind of save. Starting to see the depth here in Newfoundland, too. I mean, it's not just the Moores. We just see Hillier and Andrews. That line's coming out. They've got some depth here, and it's sort of surprising. This is a team that half of the team probably finished fourth in last year's national at the under-17. The majority of the players on this team are first-year players, and they finished seventh of 8 teams. So that's why people didn't really expect them to do much coming in. But I got to give a shout-out to Tom Walsh and Mike Dyke in the Newfoundland Labrador program, training these guys and getting them ready. For a small province, they don't really care who they play, let's say.
Westhaver, Lucchesi's shot wide. Rebound. Grucci dodge, making sure that angle is covered. Lucchesi, shot. That's blocked. Lucchese digging it out.
Lift it.
Down the near boards. It's Atkins down to the last 50 seconds here in his first half. And like I would say, a fast-paced first half. Beauregard. His shot that's in and out of the glove of Grucci. Trying to go for the wraparound was Ramon. Bouncing ball. Over on the near side, Moore. Cuts to the middle. Takes a low shot. Ethan Moore. Drover. Ball past the center line. It's kicked in. Newfoundland gets the control again. Deep in their own zone, and the last seconds will come off the clock in a thunderous first half. BC got up quick, but Newfoundland has come back with two of their own. And this game is tied at 2 apiece after 18 minutes.
It was a thunderous start, for sure.
Oh, most definitely. Now these two teams will have each a 5-minute break. We'll be back with second half action coming up shortly here on 5TV1, the U17, a gold medal game. Newfoundland and BC tied at 2. Second half action set to start here at the Grant Harvey Center. This is a barn burner of a game for the gold medal of the 2018 CBHA Junior National Ball Hockey Championships on 5TV1, powered by Bell Alliant. Roger Surrett with the call. Glad you can join us here on 5TV1. Been great over the past 4 days. A shot that's wide. BC came out to a huge start, taking a 2-0 lead, but Newfoundland just chips away at it, and they get two of their own. And the NL Selects will be back on the floor following this game for the U19 championship game against the new Tecumseh Extreme. These two teams met in the round robin earlier this week, and the game ended at a 0-0 draw. Shahal. Newfoundland brings it up. Engren, who got one of the goals for BC. It's a sprint down low. Rahman. Engren. Over to the near side. It's Farrell for Newfoundland. Farrell lets one go off the boards. Kenny. Seymour. Seymour with a bad angle shot. Gloved by Fleming. Ball flipped at the center line. Hodgkinson tried to push it with a good save by Moulin. Mahaffey couldn't play the ball. Here comes Hodgkinson, gets by one. Hodgkinson shot, save, rebound, shot, scores! Matthew Burry. The trailer. BC regains the lead. The face-off, BC sends it past the center line, and they'll dig it in deep. Westhaver, back pass intercepted. Newfoundland will flip it out. Slavin in his own zone, sliding forward is Donovan trying to block it. A little miscommunication between O'Reilly and Whitaker. Newfoundland will bring it up. The pass was behind Laundry. Laundry. Drover. Ball up top. That's blocked. BC will send it in on a howitzer by Westhaver. O'Reilly. Best. Andrews. Lead pass. BC will bring it up. Sexton. BC gets it back. That's Beauregard. His shot, glove saved by Grucci. Off the drop, Duty. On the boards, Moore. Ethan Moore. Behind his own net, stops. He'll flip that ball high and deep. Bouncing ball. Nicholas Moore trying to charge in to get it. Lucchese. Walk. Low shot saved by Grucci. Quick shot in. Ball poked away. Bouncing ball. Burke. Lucchese on the forecheck. Great move. Ball in deep once again. This time it's in the BC zone. Vorlacek. Newfoundland trying to get something going. Here comes BC on the counterattack. That's Shahal. Shahal. Quick pass down low. Raman. Shot high. That's over the glass and out of play. And Grucci diving to his left. May have gotten a piece of it. On a beautiful gimme pass by Austin Ungaren. Shahal trying to push the ball forward. Newfoundland will send it out of their own zone. Nobody will touch it at all, and icing is called against Newfoundland. Off the draw. Shahal. Ball over to the far side of the floor. That's Kenny. Kenny, quick pass. BC will bring it up again. That is Rahman. Rahman diving for it was Vorlacek. The NL Selects will get it out of their own zone. That took a weird hop. Shahal cuts to the middle. Shahal forced to go to the corner along with Liam Best. Shahal. Kenny brings it up. Newfoundland trailing 3-2 with 12:18 left here in the second half. Ball tipped and it gets to the keeper. Edward Riddle was deflected off of his stick. Off the draw. BC player lost his stick. Long lead pass. That was kept in. And that was touched. That's a call on a hand pass against Newfoundland. Off the boards looking for Mahaffey. Mahaffey gets it in his own zone. Slavin. Burry, who's got the lone goal, the difference maker so far in this second half. Best. Baker. He'll bring it up. Into the BC zone, Hogarth. Centering pass. Pass intercepted. Chance here for Newfoundland. That shot went wide. That was Mark Hillier on a bad pass. Ball in deep once again. Sliding for it was Hogarth. Bouncing ball in the slot. Burry. Ball comes past center line. Newfoundland, fresh legs on the floor. Ball tipped. BC in their own zone, leading 3-2. 10:45 left. O'Reilly from Whitaker. Back to O'Reilly. Charges the net. And his shot went wide. Whitaker. Burke. O'Reilly again. Whitaker. O'Reilly. Ball off the boards. And it's a sprint here for the ball in the BC zone. Vorlacek slides, gets back up. And we got a penalty coming up against BC. The call is for tripping on Jake Vorlacek. Off the draw. Nicholas Moore to Ethan Moore. The Twins up top. Nicholas. A shot wide. Not by much. Alex Duty. Ethan Moore. Bad angle shot is high. Nicholas Moore. Passes in the slot. Hillier to the outside for Duty. Alex Duty, shot, that's blocked. Duty gets it back, that shot blocked again. Two great blocks by Cody Hogarth. Nicholas Moore to Ethan Moore. Ball down low, centering pass, that's off a foot. Alex Duty. Seymour. Quick pass, scores! What a beauty! Tic-tac, boom! That is Hillier, tied at 3. Back and forth action here at the Grant Harvey Center. This championship final does not disappoint. Tied at 3. Ungren handles down low. Ball up top. Slavin lets it rip. Shot. That was blocked, and now Newfoundland will bring it up. Moore. That's Nicholas Moore. Finds Regan Seymour. Seymour. Circling around. Quick pass, tap. That ball went in. The light goes on, and the official will point it. And Newfoundland has the lead. Christian Kenny gets credit with the goal on the tap-in. 4-3 BC. 4-3 Newfoundland. Newfoundland back on the attack. Down deep, that's Regan Seymour. Seymour tied up by Vorlacek, and Vorlacek will punt that ball to the blue line, and we got a penalty coming up. That'll be against BC. Vorlacek looks like we'll go to the box. No, it'll be on Regan Seymour. The call for roughing. Seymour must have retaliated in the corner after Vorlacek went to it. So a power play here for BC with 7:48 to go. Atkins. Whitaker. Ball in deep. Mahaffey. Back to Atkins. Westhaver didn't get much on it. And Newfoundland will get it out of their own zone. Bouncing ball put down by Fleming. Whitaker. Atkins. Atkins will bring it up. Over to the far side. Whitaker tips it in. Burke. Trying to poke it down low. Atkins to Mahaffey. Back to Atkins. Whitaker. Atkins, that pass is blocked by Hillier. Hillier loses his stick in the process. And we got a stoppage in play. That's a hand pass by Mahaffey. 6:39 left in the second half. 48 seconds to go in the BC power play. BC keeps it in the offensive zone. Rahman, Slavin. Back to Rahman. Rahman tees it up. And that's a save off in and out of the glove of Grucci. Rahman, shot, save, he keeps it. U19 Championship Final. UTech Extreme, Newfoundland Selects. Coming up next here at the Grant Harvey Center. But stay close to your screen. 4-3 Newfoundland. Ball down low. Grucci, rolling ball, still loose. And that's flipped behind the net. Burry. Slavin. Final moments here of the power play. O'Reilly to Rahman. Slavin. Slavin lets it go from the blue line. That's wide, long rebound. Shahal is there. Can't get it by. Grucci keeps the ball. .554 left. Face off to the right of Nathan Grucci. Off the draw. Newfoundland will bring it up. And poked in to the BC zone. Hogarth. Lock. He'll flip that one high and deep, and it'll be icing called against Newfoundland. Newfoundland crowd applauding Nathan Grucci after a lot of them were pointing that the net was just dislodged a bit on his glove side. Newfoundland, ball stripped away in the face-off circle. Hillier, backhand shot. That's tipped away by Hogarth. Moore cuts in, shot, save Fleming, and he keeps it. Face off to the left of Fleming. That ball squeezed in between the legs of Fleming, but somehow it stayed out. An icing called against British Columbia. Off the draw, Seymour keeps the ball close to the boards. Can't get around the BC defender. Long pass across the floor going east to west. Westhaver at the blue line was Atkins. Ball in. Seymour. Whitaker. Seymour. BC will get an icing call. And we'll have the face-off that'll be in the Newfoundland zone. 4:20 to go here in the second half. It's off the draw. Newfoundland taking a couple of hacks at it. Donovan. Drover. Ball in deep to the BC zone. Slavin. Ball cut behind the net. Centering pass. Taking a whack at it was Best. Donovan. Best. Ball tipped over onto the corner. Slavin. Hodgkinson. Spins around and now it's a 3-on-2 break. Hodgkinson. He accelerates. Cuts. Centering pass and that's poked away by Nick Sexton. 3:22 to go in the second half. Hogarth. Hodgkinson. Burke in deep with Rahman at his coattails. Hillier. Nicholas Moore. Moore. Cut down low. Prophet keeping an eye on him. Moore. We're going to go around Prophet, but Prophet with that long reach. BC now on the counterattack. Rahman. The NL selects. Ball bounces out, and they flip it in. Atkins. Hillier strips it away, shot! And that is a save by Fleming. 2:19 to go. Off the draw. Seymour in the corner. He'll keep the ball, and he'll kick it over to Baker. Locke. Seymour. Now BC on the counterattack. That's Lucchesi. That shot goes off the boards over to the far corner. Lucchesi. Newfoundland will bring it up. In. BC still in the offensive zone. Beauregard shot. Saved by Grucci. And Locke tried to poke the rebound if there was one. But Grucci makes sure that the door was shut. And with 1:37 to go here in the second half. BC bench calling a timeout. They've already pulled Quinn Fleming for the extra attacker. Join us following this game. Approximately 20 minutes from the conclusion of this game, we will have the U19 championship game with the Newfoundland Selects facing the New Tech Extreme. Those teams faced each other in the round robin. Game ended up in a 0-0 draw. Face-off will be in the Newfoundland zone. Off the drop, Slavin. The pass sliding was Hillier to deflect it. Empty net, Moore. He'll send it in. Slide by the defender. Tying up the ball in the corner. 1:20 to go here in the second half. Whitaker. Over to the far side. Hodgkinson sends the ball in deep, and Grucci will keep it. Hodgkinson, Ramon, Whitaker, O'Reilly, Slavin, and Lucchesi on the floor for BC. Both Moores. Best. The shot, that's off the board. BC down low, Rahman. That ball rolls wide, and that's over the glass and out of play. 50.5 seconds left. Now Newfoundland will call their timeout here in this half. Make sure they got the proper personnel and the proper defensive alignment. But that also gives an opportunity for BC to rest up and get a set play in. Newfoundland selects New Tech Extreme U17 Boys Final. Coming up following this game. But what an exciting game we've seen here so far. And the next 50.5 seconds should be no less. Whitaker at the face-off with Ethan Moore. Face-off won by Newfoundland. Rahman gets the ball in the corner. Whitaker. Slavin, quick wrist shot off a foot. Rebound. O'Reilly couldn't handle it. Moore takes a swing at it, and the ball comes out. And an empty net. Mark Hillier. And he slides it in, and that could be the icing on the cake. 28.8 seconds to go. 5-3 Newfoundland Labrador. BC will keep the net empty. Off the draw. Locke sends that one, and that goes in and out of the glove. Quick tap pass. Atkins sends it back to Riddell. 15 seconds left. Ball off a hand by Burry. Atkins. We got a hand pass, so the referee will blow the play dead with 9.3 seconds to go. Face off to the neutral zone. And let the fans celebrate here in Fredericton with 1.7 to go. Fans are ready to jump up and explode here on a Newfoundland win. Congratulations, Newfoundland. You are the 2018 U17 Boys Ball Hockey Championships. Let the celebration begin on the Rock. BC, the powerhouse, the favorite coming in, will have to settle for the silver medal. But your champions are the representatives from Newfoundland and Labrador, the NL Selects. A team that finished in 4th place last year, the returnees, and a team that graduated from the U17 division, finished 7 out of 8 teams. But they gel together at the right time, and they come out with gold wrapped around their neck. So both teams will line up at their respective lines for Player of the Game awards and medal ceremony, and then they will give the trophy to the representatives of Newfoundland and Labrador.